Good morning everybody. Well, I am working on my drinks cabinet today and I thought while I'm going to be painting this side of it, I would just do it with you and show you how easy it is. I'm using the Silk by Dixie Belle's all-in-one mineral paint. Beautiful paint to use. It's quick and easy, it self-levels and I love using it. So I've got quite a large piece to paint here, and that's always a bit of a worry, but it's important not to overwork it and not to end up dragging your paint. You'll end up with brush strokes. So I thought I would just show you how I'm going to tackle it. So I've already taped off the sides because I don't want to go over onto my gold, and it was a second thought to do another coat on this. I've given it a light sanding using my rad pad, very fine. So I've just taken off that rough feel. It's got a beautiful smooth feel to it now, and I'm going to be using the angled 2-inch brush from Zibra, and I love these brushes. It's my first time using them on a big project and I'm thrilled. So because I've had this one in foil between coats, I've got a piece of kitchen roll and I've had it in the foil. Sometimes you can get little bits of residue, so I'm just going to do a very light brush on the kitchen towel, which just makes sure I've not left any nasty bits and pieces behind. Right, so this is Hampton Olive. Let's see, make sure you can see, get my big boot out the way, and we're going to crack straight on into this. First of all, I'm going to get the paint on to the piece, out to the sides, and work my way just on a little bit. I'm going to work this in stages so as not to let it dry, and then I'm going to drag it down very lightly just so that all my brush strokes are gone and the paint can start to do its job. So out to the sides, slight overlap, taking off any little, that one's not going to come off, any little bits on my paint, making sure I then go up into the bit that I've already painted, and I'm using hardly any pressure on this paint at all. So I come down and join up to where I left off, working nice and quickly. I have got a few pieces in this. I always wear my apron because otherwise I end up putting it on my trousers, which is probably something we're all guilty of doing. This paint actually is towards the end of the pot, so I'm having to be careful that I don't get any bits that I miss, because there are some little bits around the edge of my pot. So get the paint on, pull it up in hardly touching it at all. It's really light strokes, and these brushes are so amazing for achieving a brushless finish. Now normally I'd be down on my knees, but if any of you have been watching my stories, you will know that I've broken my foot, so I'm having to do this from the chair, which actually doesn't make too much damage. And then finally down to that last bit. There we go, and then one final drag up lightly as possible, and leave it. The art of this paint is leave it, don't go back to it. I'm just going to wrap up my brush, and then I hope you can see What a beautiful finish we have. And once that is dried, it will all level, and we won't have any brush strokes. And so I hope you will love this paint as much as I do. And have a look for the Zebra brushes as well. They are gorgeous. They do 9 different shapes and sizes, round, square, and lovely Palm Pro ones as well. So have a look for the Zebra brushes, and happy painting.